Hi, I'm Ron Swartz, and I'm here in Greenmead in Livonia at St. Andrew's Society's of Detroit's 159th annual Highland Games. Every year, the annual games are kicked off with a party called the Céilí.
Céilí! Céilí is a Gaelic word for big damn party. Can't say that on Specs Howard, can you?
Sure you can.
Oh, yeah.
Céilí is a Gaelic word meaning concert or house party. St. Andrew's Society of Detroit's Céilí is Metro Detroit's premier Scottish concert and is held the night before the games. At the Céilí, they have live Celtic music, food, and scotch for everyone to enjoy. The Céilí is most popular amongst adults, but children are more than welcome to attend. During times of English occupation, the men of Scotland were not allowed to train for war with weapons. This was because the English did not want another Scottish uprising. The Scotsmen continued to train for war, but with other tools and not weapons. This is how the Highland Games formed.
The Céilí was a great time, and now we're at the Highland Games, and the games are fun for the whole family.
From vendors selling Scottish food, Scottish clothing, and Scottish alcohol, the opening ceremonies start with bagpipers marching through the field of Greenmead. Before the individual games start, there is a piping and drumming competition, where many Celtic musicians compete at the main field playing traditional Celtic music. From there, many activities range from dance competitions, Royal Scottish Country Dancers, the 42nd Highlanders Rolling Thunder, to tug-of-war between the Livonia Fire Department and the United States Marines. This year, the Detroit Demolition women's football team will tug-of-war against the women's roller derby team for the first time. And WOMC's own Dick Purton was in attendance. I asked him about his tug-of-war experience and what Scottish heritage he represents.
I haven't done too many tug-of-wars in my career, but I'm also an honorary member of the Kilpatrick clan from the city of Detroit.
Okay.
So I guess that qualified me to be an MC here or whatever I was at the Scottish Games.
The Highland Games start out with the 16-pound hammer throw. The Scottish hammer is a metal ball attached to a wooden handle. The athlete throwing this hammer is not to move his feet until the hammer is thrown from behind the thick. After the hammer throw comes two of my favorite events: the caber toss and the 56-pound weight for height. The weight for height is an event where the athlete throws a 56-pound weight over a pole vault bar with only one hand. The athletes are only allowed 3 tries at any given height. The next event is probably the most famous event of the Highland Games. It's the caber toss. This is the event where you take a wooden pole, usually from a spruce tree measuring about 20 feet long and weighing about 120 pounds. The athlete grips the smaller end of the pole. Then once he gains his balance, he runs and throws the pole end over end. If the caber does not flip, it is not recorded. The athlete's feet must be positioned at 6 o'clock and toss the caber to be positioned at 12 o'clock. This, folks, is a perfect throw.
I'm actually the first and only African American on the pro circuit. There have been some African Americans here or there who've done one or two games, but I'm the first one to actually
leave it there and then take it.
Surprisingly, though, I actually have some Irish in my family.
I was just going to ask you.
Right there.
Yeah.
Now go to 100.
My grandfather's father, great grandfather on my dad's side.
Well, there you have it, lasses and lads. The Highland Games is an extraordinary event and is now coming to an end. To end the event, the closing ceremonies include a grand prize drawing of a trip for 2 to Scotland Lad. And the pipers and drummers from the opening ceremonies perform to end another great year at the Highland Games. So be sure to be here next year at Greenmead in Livonia to join us for the 160th annual Highland Games. I'm Ron Swartz for the Specs Howard School of Broadcast Arts.